Hi, real estate friends. It's Liz Young with REMAX Executive, and welcome to episode 33 of my video series. Today, let's talk about appraisals. It's a big topic given what's going on in the housing market in Charlotte and around the country. First of all, what is an appraisal? An appraisal is a report ordered by the bank or the lender to determine if the value of the property that the borrower is buying is worth what they are paying. So if the borrower starts defaulting or not making payments on their loan, the bank wants to be sure that they could be able to sell the property if they needed to, if the buyer defaults. Now, in this current market, are homes appraising? Not always. Many times, in order to secure a property in a multiple offer situation, many buyers are going over and above the list price and comparable sales just to secure a home. And so we are seeing that many appraisals are coming back lower than what the borrower is paying for the house. I recently was able to have lunch with an appraiser, and they were talking about this situation. And the appraiser said they really do try to look for the purchase price. So if they see that a borrower is paying higher than list price, they're still trying to find those comparable sales that would get them to that sales price. It's not always possible in this market, and often appraisals come back lower than what the buyer is paying for the home. What's a buyer to do? Well, it's an important conversation to have with your real estate agent and your bank to determine if the house doesn't appraise, are you going to be able to come up with additional funds to bring to closing, or maybe you can adjust your down payment and rework the loan so that the transaction will still move forward. In this market, sellers are not very likely to adjust the sales price if the home doesn't appraise. And in fact, most of my buyers, and on the selling side, I am asking for what's called an appraisal waiver addendum, indicating that if the home doesn't sell, the buyer is going to buy the house anyway. Now, a buyer in North Carolina is never required to move forward and buy the house, but it's always best to have some funds set aside, a friend or relative, or the ability to rework the loan so that you could still buy the house if the home doesn't appraise. The good news is we are in a rising market. So as home values rise, that's good for the owner. And often many of my buyers who are finding that their house doesn't appraise, when they look at what is sold in the coming months after closing, they are seeing the value of their home even out and even increase based on what they paid. So appraisals are challenging. It's a tricky market. I love to talk with buyers and sellers and how appraisals might affect your home value and your home purchase, and reach out with any questions. Bye for now.